Hi, this is Peter with Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. What's up, my crew? Scott is the first person I see. I saw someone else here, but I didn't see their name. They may have been first, may not have been. Patrick's Aquatics, what's up? By the way, a big thing that we're going to, how are you? Big thing that we're going to do on Saturday is we're going to answer questions for newbies. Buppet, Craig. And so it's it's questions that from people who just haven't spent enough time in the hobby, who want to know basic things. Not that I'm the greatest expert in the world, but I have some of you that know a little bit more about certain things than I do. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to the newbies and give out real advice. Our man John Oliver had me as like a moderator for Guppies USA only, and which was great. I'm glad he did it. But I swear to you, it's somebody will go and they'll ask a pretty legitimate question, not having a lot of sophistication, and there's a lot of people who know less than that person answering the questions, and I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs, which I shouldn't do. It's going on there. Let's see. It's going to be 11 below zero tonight. 11 below zero. And they are going to start doing rolling blackouts. Rolling blackouts. Isn't that great? From 30 minutes to an hour. So if all of a sudden you lose me, it's because I am on a rolling blackout. Yeah, Muppet 929, I get it. Doug Gray, the award-winning journalist, Peter Thiel. Yes. By the way, Rico Stan, what's up? Yeah, so 11 below zero here tonight. Rolling blackouts. Yeah, good times. Yeah, my newly purchased tanning bed not going to be used. In fact, they're asking us not to use anything extra. So they want us to I'm right now in a prime time. So normally I'll have like a TV on in the background, stuff like that. They want nothing. So there we go. Lunatic Fringe, aka Chewy at the Great White North. Finoxky Tanks, how are you? Yeah, rolling blackouts at 11 below zero. Seems to me things aren't planned too well. Expecting 16 inches of snow. Yeah, it's we got from yesterday into today, 7 to 8. I shoveled, right before bedtime last night, and it was probably about 4 inches. And when I woke up this morning, I should have measured it, but that would take planning and stuff. I just wanted to get rid of the damn snow. The good news is about snow that falls when it's 1 degree. It's real light and airy. It's like a pastry. It's amazing. So not a big deal to go shovel. And I don't have that big of a driveway and a sidewalk, anyways. And yeah, so that's the deal. Yeah, mine is going to be off. They actually backed mine down because I looked at real carefully and it said estimated bill. So I went out and it went from $400 down to $190. I can deal with that. No, I'm just going to let it ride for an hour. Primarily because it's probably going to go off in the middle of the night. So it's probably going to be 2 a.m. And the only reason I'll know is that I'm freezing my tuchus off. Absolutely freezing my butts off. Yeah, JETS, Jets. He woke up to Doug Gray. You betcha, Lunatic Fringe. Do I call you Lunatic Fringe or do I call you Chewy? It's so confusing. Yeah, so the snow was white and powdery and nice, so the shoveling wasn't bad. I can't even tell the last time I shoveled snow. Uh, Mainly because I was a renter last winter, and we got a couple of times where we got a couple of inches of snow, but the landlord, they went and did all the snow, so I didn't have to deal with it. So who knows? I don't have a problem with it. I like the thing. The problem is that my home is not designed is not designed for below about 15 degrees. And I'll tell you what's going on is that if I leave it at 62, like you're saying, Rico's, and that's normally what I sleep at, by the way. Um, it's I have a heat pump and it's all electric, and the heat pump goes on, all of a sudden it hits temp, and so it takes the heat pump 60 seconds to turn off, and by that point it's below 62, so it gets going. So there you go. Baltic Sea Guppies, hey, how are you? Yeah, so this Saturday I'm going to do a newbie chat, and just basically to tell everybody, yeah, I'm going to give them all my knowledge. Is it that much knowledge? Yeah. You know what, though? I will say this about the Jets fans. They're passionate. Fireman Ed. Well, here's the deal, Lunatic Fringe, aka Chewy. It's is that we're in a place that does not get this cold. So tomorrow it's going to be, we'll wake up at -10, -11, and it's going to get up to 18 degrees. Well, once it's above about 12 degrees, it's not a problem. It's the problem is having to do with, with this below zero stuff. Chewy likes to be referred to as the Canadian Prime Minister. Well, let's face it, Chewy, you couldn't be doing worse than that guy. Holy cow. Dressing up in all the ethnic garb and all that sort of stuff. Is Doug allowed to be the stream or on the stream? I have to figure out how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I probably should have Doug on because he knows more than me. Yeah, by the way, the whole thing about climate change, let's talk about this for a second. We're told that weather is not climate, but climate is weather. Okay, however that works out, it's sort of saying water's wet. Hey Edgar, how are you? Buenas tardes, little español, little Spanish action there for you guys. In my Spanish, poor. So, so the idea here is to go through and how complicated our planet is in retrospect to not only just the sun, but also the moon. Yeah, the Spanish TV weather ladies are really neat. Buenas tardes. Yeah, and so this guy, um, is that if you go with the Earth, is that do you know where the magnetic North Pole is for the world right now? Where the magnetic North Pole is? And this has to have a real effect, at least of how the weather systems work. It's so complicated, we don't have any ideas. We really don't. Not Camden, New Jersey. Shocking as that may seem. It's actually in Siberia. So apparently, the magnetic North Pole, it's not the actual North Pole where our Ear- Earth does its deal. I'm in Yardley, Pennsylvania. Uh, it's in Siberia. Well, apparently, this thing moves around a lot. Okay, what does that mean? Oh, well, if you look at our weather systems, they are based on partially because of magnetics, because of, I mean, it's a very complicated thing. We don't know that much. We like to think we know. You know, we think we're gods, but we're as wise as 5-year-olds. I mean, just let's be honest here. We have no idea. I wish we did. I wish we were beautiful, as smart as can be. We're not. We just aren't. And the problem with critters in the environment, yeah, a lot of them are being destroyed because of pollution. Also because of man's needs for water and for avocados and for all these different things. You know, it's yeah, well, astrophysics means something for the weather, means something for what we do. It just does. So we do a lot of damage to our world. And there's no question about it. Yeah, Astro from the Jetsons, exactly. And so the process is we think because we have pumped a lot of carbon in the thing from, from construction things to combustion engine to heat our homes with coal, all these different things, that we have had this huge effect. Well, we haven't. We've had some, but we don't know. Hey, Crystal, how are you? We really don't have the greatest aspect into the climate of our Earth. Just to give you an idea, 25,000 years ago, uh, most of the globe was in an ice age. Yeah, it's the windmills that they're putting up to make power. It's moving the Earth and messing up everything. You see, there you go. I actually saw something talking about the Earth's orbit is being hindered. Michael Moore or Matthew Moore, it's Michael Moore. Matthew Moore, what's up? And the whole deal. Well, of course, Chewy, yeah, it's putting carbon in the atmosphere. Does it have an effect? Of course it does. Are we running our planet as wonderfully as we should, being great stewards? No. Hey, what's up, lumpy dog? So when my heat turns on, I'll have to stand up and raise it because I raised it up to 67. Now I have it at 61. And I'm going to go to bed about an hour and a half from now. And I want this nice and toasty because I'm going to dump it down to 61. And hopefully I don't have the rolling blackout stuff doesn't mess my world because we're getting those things. And it's tough to get stuff done during this. By the way, my finger feels a whole lot better. I think I'm going to cancel the surgery. I think I'm going to. It's beginning to grow out, so I think that's pretty good. Ocean sunfish and sea turtles, yeah, they eat a lot of jellyfish. Exactly correct. Cancel the speed dating bikini party you had planned. Yeah, you see, there you go. I cancel it because it's just too damn cold, 11 below. Yeah, our environment is when you look at the fish, like I know several of you have care species or species. We have transferred species all over the place, and it's really damaged the environment. So yeah. Yeah, Bolo, by the way, does not like wearing clothes. My ex-wife would buy him an outfit they would rip up and like $30 for some outfit for the dog. And we'd get a picture or two with him in it, then he'd destroy it. He doesn't like clothes. He's crazy. He wants to be, he's a man dog. I was sort of when he was a younger dog, when I lived in New Jersey. Jersey! Um, he loved the snow. And now that he's an older dog, not so much. Not so much. See, you can't tell it's dark and you haven't been out since morning. There's something good to be said about that. The only thing I did on Sunday is I went out and shoveled at the end of the day. Otherwise, except for walking the dog, I didn't leave the house. Yeah, Arizona. By the way, San Antonio is going to be like 10 degrees there tonight. San Antonio, I'll tell you how warm San Antonio is. 105 all day, this all through the summer. Not that out of the deal. It's a dry heat. It's kind of like Arizona or what have you. It's more in the desert area. You always liked the first 100-degree day in Arizona. It meant all the snowbirds were going home. Yep, I'll drive in the left lane with the right blinker on, 20 miles per hour under the speed limit. So that was a text from my siblings. I have a nephew that plays the cello, and there was a video I saw two cellos. They were doing like the Trooper by Iron Maiden, and the entire crowd were very attractive girls. And I'm going, aha! Now I know why my nephew picked up the cello. Sounds like a Subaru brigade, except they could never reach 20 miles per hour. So I live in this four states area where Kansas, Oklahoma, uh, of course, Missouri and Arkansas. And so these guys, we get people, and Joplin sort of in the place is right on the corner of Oklahoma and Kansas. And apparently, in those areas of Oklahoma and Kansas, they don't have much for the shopping. We got fancy meals stuff like here. We got like a Panda Express. We got the Waffle House. We've got what else do we have going on there? It makes us real fancy. Got the Chick-fil-A, and yeah, I mean, good times, and Taco Bell. So people come into the big city to, to enjoy time. Now, the Oklahoma drivers, not bad. The Kansas drivers, oh my God, they're coming in from small little towns in Kansas. Yeah, we got a Cracker Barrel here. Yeah, they either drive like bats out of hell, or 20 miles per hour under the speed limit. It's either or. Absolutely. So it's yeah, so I can't wait for this. I can't wait for tomorrow when it's 18 degrees and I can leave my temperature at a normal thing. It's all good. Yeah, well, the deal is whenever I go to Cracker Barrel, if I go to a place like that, I'm getting the breakfast. I love eggs. I can eat eggs twice a day. I love me some eggs. And they do eggs with all sorts of different things with it, and their biscuits over the top. And I can't tell you the last time I've been to Cracker Barrel. It's been a while. But there you go. It's going to be 50 tomorrow in Philly. Yeah, I wish I had that. John Oliver, how are you? How much snow did you get in Arkansas? Did you get a foot? Yeah, eggs. I love eggs. Riding four wheelers in the snow. There you go. Yeah, I do anything for love, but I won't do that. There you go. 19 in Chicago. 8 inches of snow there. That's what we got here. In Little Rock, I had some friends put up and they said they got a foot. No snow basically in your valley, 24 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. Pharrell Scales, how are you? Supposed to get 9 inches in beautiful Midwest Ohio. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask here. It's colder than that here, John Oliver. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of minus 11 degrees.
It's 0 here, expecting a low of minus 11. Minus 11. So I got into the office today and they were on backup generator. And so the heat wasn't working. And it got down to about 60 degrees in the main office area where I work. And all of a sudden it clicked in, but I will tell you, when I left the office because nobody was there today and I just finished doing work at home, I left the office at like 10 and it was not even 65 in that studio. So yeah, the office was so, and I was dressed up. I have like a sweatshirt, a long sleeve t-shirt underneath. There you go. Your wife's expecting 3 inches tonight of snow. There you go. But I'm bump everybody. Well, you're not being a jerk, Rico Stan. It's no need. I didn't go to work dressed like Cardi B. She's a blessing to all, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, my friends. It's crazy all the way around. Crazy. Hey, Anthony, how are you? My brother's telling me it's been very cold in the Los Angeles area. He says it's been getting to like 55. Do you have to wear your parka to climb your poles? Yeah, the deal is with it. Yeah, no, it is cold for LA, 55 degrees, 60 degrees. Chilly, brr. Yeah, I'm looking forward, by the way, to so on Wednesday we get some more snow, which I'm excited about. And by the way, the shoveling thing, I like that a whole lot. Good exercise. I've really not been going to the gym. I dropped my gym membership once this kicked in. No wimp like the rest. Still mad I have to wear long sleeves shirt to climb. There you go. Native fish are hibernating in Los Angeles. Do they have any native fish? It's wacky desert. Save Mono Lake. You going to Colorado this weekend? Nice. You going skiing, Anthony? I love ski. It's been a while since I've gone skiing. I love to ski. Am I intrigued by reptiles, or do you have any? I'll tell you what. I actually kind of like reptiles. I don't have any, and I haven't been. Someone was doing a video. Now I don't know if it was Bob Steenfott or somebody like that. With the dart frogs, it was pretty neat. You have an African side neck turtle. See, I can see the one thing I would like to get for herps is that is get like a box turtle. I think it'd be great. You got a snake? What kind of snake do you have, Anthony? So for L scales, yes, we do have stuff. Don't like spiders and snakes, but snakes look cool. Hey, what's going on, Melvin? A ball python? How big? 3 foot? Is that at the point now where you're feeding just pinky mice, or are you doing full size rats? And if you give a frozen mouse to a snake, do you have to let it thaw first? You like leave it in the fridge overnight? What do you do with that? The women love it. Yeah, there you go. Now, you have a Nile monitor, gecko, ball python, a few other geckos. They're having it's not this weekend, it's next weekend. You feed small live rats. They're having a herp show in in Springfield, which is about an hour away, and I've kind of thought about going to that. Just for the grins of being around actual people. So I may do that on Sunday. Yeah, you know what, Lunatic Fringe, aka Chewy, Melvin's. If you go through and listen to his thing, his channel has evolved over time, and I kind of always excited about what he does with it. Oh yeah, we're getting serious now. We're talking about ball python morphs. Yeah, no, one letter does make a big difference, Doug Gray. And by the way, uh, David Childress is totally off his deal. If you guys don't know who David Childress is, you need to. He's amazing. Ancient Aliens. Doug and I'll text each other back and forth during it. It's crazy. Unplugged my hold on, my heat just turned on. I turned it off 45 minutes ago when it was 67. Now it's 61. All right, hold on. All right, coming back. Hey, Bolo. Yeah, you guys can't see him. Here he is. Here he is. All right. Well, excellent, Pharrell. You're involved. Yep, you guys got to see Bolo. Bolo was supposed to have a shot today, but they closed the veterinarian's office. It'll be open tomorrow. So at 2 o'clock, he's getting his shots, and then he's gonna want to sleep because they're gonna give him the shots that'll knock him out and put him to sleep, like the distemper one. I'll bring him home. He'll go somewhere and go to sleep the entire time. Not that he has a lot of energy as a cold little guy. A cold little guy all the way around. So I've got to harass my aquarium club friends in Fayetteville. I wish they'd have a meeting and just go out and do that. Because I'd very much want to go out and see the entire process of going to a fish club meeting again. High in favor of it. Yeah, there's a guy, by the way, that's like the king of DIY with snakes, and he has, he sells them, and I think he's in Washington State. I don't know why everybody's in Washington State, but they are. Um, and he has like, you know, hundreds of them, and he's getting ready for sale, and they show them all the staffers giving the snakes rats and stuff. It's great. All good stuff. Here we come, walking down the street, get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. Yep, they're not putting anybody down. Not putting anybody down at all. You see, I don't know how critical I can be of anybody else because they go, well, he's a little crazy on something. Yeah, and people are totally nuts. Let's be honest here. But when you have 30 fish aquariums, it's you're living in a glass house. They're not all dead. Only two of them are dead. Michael Nesmith and Mickey Dolenz, I think, are still alive. Exactly, Melvin. Exactly. And Melvin, you just do what you do. You're fine with me. I get it, by the way. Every time you've gone through and done a change and explained it, makes perfect sense to me. So, yeah, no, I get it. Only some of them. It's time is not a good thing, everyone. And for those of you who I'm 50 and I got together with a couple of buddies of mine a while back and I'm going, holy capoly, these guys are old. So yeah, time doesn't stop for anybody except for Leonardo DiCaprio. And time has stopped for him. Talking about Leonardo DiCaprio's penchant for dating models in their early 20s. And, Lord knows when I was in my early 20s, I didn't date models in my early 20s. He's 50. So, and God bless him. So, Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes, Rolling Stones, Time is on my side. Yeah. They keep singing that song, and I don't know. I think they've seen more days behind them than in front of them. Select Pet, what is up? Great having you here. And by the way, it's great having everybody here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the whole process though of of just yeah. Let's see here. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. So Ricky Gervais in last year's Golden Globes, which was freaking awesome. He went in, lost power to the phone about dead, come to the car to charge and enjoy Mobb Guppy for a bit. There you go. You in rolling blackout, Select Pet? We're supposed to be getting a rolling blackout tonight where I'm at. Real exciting about it. I should really be charging my phone, which was charged this morning, but I think because of the cold temperatures and being outside and stuff like that, I'm down to like 31%. So that's not good. Absolutely, Melvin. Speaking of time, I got to go. Yeah. No, it absolutely. Hey, gang, anytime you guys hang out with me, it's all good. And at some point during the stream, we're going to talk about fish. Whose stream was I on the other day where someone brought up they needed to get guppy grass, and I'm going, no, no guppy grass. Yeah, I have a group. I have stuff that's supposed to go out. I haven't written the guy yet, so it's yeah, it's pretty crazy, and and yeah, all I know is that yeah, I'm getting emails from the office about rolling blackouts. Yeah, talk about a good time. Talk about a good time. Yeah, I have some fish to go out, and it's I haven't even communicated with this guy this last weekend. It's I've had him here for about a month, ready to go out for him, but it's this guy's in Maine, and -11, nothing's going out tomorrow. Yeah, well, these short weeks are bad anyways. The short weeks are absolutely terrible, and because people are pumping in the same amount of stuff to be shipped, they're ordering crap on Amazon and eBay and all these different places, and it's just one less day to ship. That's what all we're talking about. Yeah, we haven't had any ice storm stuff here. We have just have had really cold weather. They say that from 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes, and they've had the rollouts in north east Oklahoma and southeast Kansas. So, but trust me, if you have gas heat, you're not getting any. You need electricity to run the damn thing. So it's yeah. I mean, talk about crazy. I mean, it's I'm in favor of I don't mind the 20-degree stuff. I think that's pretty good. I have a problem with it. I like some snow, but I have never. I'm trying to think about, and I grew up in Minneapolis. How many times I've had snow at 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 0 or 1 or 2 degrees outside, and having it dump a bunch of snow on me is just nuts. Two Buenos Aires and three black skirt tetras and Ziba Daniels. Yeah, Buenos Aires tetras are beautiful. I have never had. I've had black skirts and I've had zebras and stuff like that. No, I hate to hear it too, Melvin. Yeah, so it's like so as soon as we're done here, normally I go to sleep at because I get up at I'm getting up at 3 a.m. tomorrow. So it's I'm gonna walk Bolo and I guess I should start the dishwasher. Who the hell knows? Your fish should do okay. Earlier in the deal, yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah, I normally get up at 3:45, but because of the weather, I think it's best for me to go in early, just in case there's an issue. And I was able though to log into my into my office computer this afternoon. I did work from home, and I was on the office computer for I don't know, like 3 hours when I got home. And by the way, what about these guys? Our buddy Jason Jadron Aquatics. Does he have heat in his garage? He lives in Dallas, right? And there it's like 4 degrees in frickin' Dallas. Last time it was when I lived in Little Rock. I made like the world's stupidest mistake, but it was an apartment, so it's not the end of the world. And I hadn't quite set up fish yet. So I was coming back New Year's. I was driving from Vegas to Little Rock. I did it in 2 days. And I left uh, Las Vegas at 6 a 6 a.m. and I arrived in Amarillo at midnight. And it was like 70 degrees when I left Las Vegas, and it was 12 degrees when I got to Amarillo, and it was 0 when I woke up in the morning to finish the drive. And I got to Little Rock, and it was 45 or it was 15 degrees, and I had turned off my heat completely. But I was on the second floor. There were people below me, people above me, people behind me, and it was 46 degrees in the apartment when I got in. So I raised it up in levels. So I raised it up to 55. I did it to 60. Got there. I let it. It took a while to get warm, and I had to took. When I leave, I like to turn. Uh, I like to turn the hot water heater off because for most of the time, except for right now in the middle of winter, if you have electric heat like I do, and Alishan does, uh, even in the summer with air conditioning, you spend more money on your hot water than you do almost anything else. A blackout for 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's a heck of a deal. It here's the deal is that while you never want your fish to go through big temperature changes and stuff like that, it's not good for them, etc. The good news is that the fish are in a house, and even though it may be a 40-gallon tank, a 10-gallon tank, etc., the changes over that won't be that huge. So you'll just have to, is that, over several hours, it would go from there. But if all of a sudden you're out of, your home gets down to, 45 degrees inside or something like that, with no power, no nothing for like a day or two, yeah, that's not going to be good on the fish. Not going to be good at all. You have a whole house humidifier that runs when the heat comes on. Water bill's gone up 25%. Wow. Yeah, I look at my aquariums as being my humidifier. I don't have that hooked up. But I don't have that big of a house. My house is like 1,250 square feet, so it's not that big. Oh, Jeffro lost his whole fish room. Yeah, you're out of power for a long time like that. Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. especially if you're going in, you're trying to build your own type of thing with breeding practices and all that. You almost want to go and get like, and this is real money, is to get a whole house generator, like a diesel generator going on, just to keep everything going in. I know that we all go through and we sit there and think about how we can spend more money. What would that cost, by the way, to put in a diesel generator? Just curious. I have in my neighborhood, at least on my side of the thing, I have underground utilities. So, yeah, Melvin, I'm happy you're doing saltwater. That sounds great. So $15,000 generic used gas not available there. Yeah, Harbor Freight is like the place where we all want to go, right? My brother was telling me, he goes, if you're dealing with, with uh, an issue with uh, snow as light as I got. He goes, do you have a blower, like a leaf blower? I said, no. He goes, that would work great. But I have like one tree in my yard, and it's like the world's saddest tree. Oh, natural gas? They have natty gas hooked up to my street, and I have no idea why my house doesn't have natural gas. And I'm pro natural gas. I love natty gas. Maybe I have to find that out and get that rolling in. Let's see here. Generic generator. All right, here we go. This isn't bad. Home standby generator. Couple of grand. Yeah, maybe my tax refund. Go nuts. They're not available right now on back order. Yeah. Yep, natty gas. Generator. Yeah, it's probably all worth it. I've put in my own fish building first. It gives a person a creepy feeling? Sitting in a car in a heavily wooded neighborhood and in a blackout and listening to trees snapping under the ice. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Ali Sean, how much do you pay for water? For me, my water bill is about 35 to 40 bucks a month. To Peter, I know for a fact that my grandfather is still alive. He would be doing salt water. We have a couple of freshwater tanks like piranhas and monster fishes. Yep. Yeah, my water is not bad. And considering I'm loading up and doing water changes and all that sort of stuff, just isn't that bad. I think 35 to 40 bucks. In fact, I've never had it go over 40. I've had it a couple of times like 38 and 39. But normally I think last month was about 30. For how much water? Hold on. Let me look that up. Let me log into my account. All right, and I'll tell you how much water I use. All right. So last month I had 25. I used $25 worth of just shy of 25 bucks. So let's see here. And I used how much? Da, 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 da. I used 22 2,244 gallons. My highest use was near was at 35 hundred gallons. So that's generally where I use. So that's how much I used last month. It's not terrible. Hey Logan, what's up? Yeah, no, it's cheap. Yeah, 138 bucks a month is stupid. Is very, very expensive. How many gallons are you using? But I live in a place where there's a lot of water. It's there's a lot of type stuff. Here's always over 100 bucks, but 5 people in the house as well. Yeah, it's just me in the house, me and my fish and the dog. Dog doesn't use a lot of water. Part of the insurance. Yeah, makes all the sense in the world. All right, gang, we're wrapping it up. On Saturday, we're going to do a special Mob Guppy where I'm just going to answer the questions of newbies. So so that's what we're going to attempt to do. As you know, with every live stream we do, it becomes nuts. Becomes absolutely nuts. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for being here. 10 here right now, 18 thumbs up. Thank you, gang, for the support. You in Germany, you pay way more for what? But you have the value added tax. Americans don't understand about the VAT at Baltic Sea Guppies. Chattanooga, Ed. Holy caboli. See you later. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us.